Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you one thing. What do you really want? I'm talking about the raw, unfiltered, deep in your gut desire, the thing that makes your heart beat faster just thinking about it. You see, most people never get what they want because they don't even know what they want. They're vague. Clarity is the ultimate power when it comes to achieving anything in life. Most people drift through life with vague desires, hoping that someday they will stumble upon success, happiness, or fulfillment. But hope is not a strategy. If you don't know exactly what you want, how can you expect to get it? It's like getting into a car with no destination. How will you ever arrive? You won't. You'll wander, get lost, or end up somewhere you never intended to be. That's how most people live, and then they wonder why they feel stuck, frustrated, or unfulfilled. The truth is, clarity is what separates those who achieve extraordinary results from those who settle for mediocrity. When you are crystal clear about what you want, your brain becomes a heat-seeking missile. It filters out distractions, opportunities become more visible, and your actions align with your desires. Without clarity, you waste time chasing things that don't truly matter. You say yes to things that don't serve you. You hesitate, you doubt, and you procrastinate because you're not sure if you're on the right path. But the moment you decide, truly decide what you want, everything changes. Your focus sharpens, your motivation skyrockets, and you move with a sense of certainty that most people never experience. Think about it. Every great achievement in history started with a clear and definite goal. The Wright brothers didn't vaguely wish to do something cool in aviation. They were obsessed with creating a machine that could sustain human flight. Steve Jobs didn't just want to make computers. He had an unshakable vision of creating beautifully designed, user-friendly technology that would change the world. These people didn't hope, they knew. They saw their vision so clearly in their minds that it became real long before anyone else could see it. That's the power of clarity. But clarity is not just about knowing what you want, it's also about knowing why you want it. A goal without a compelling reason is just a wish, and wishes don't create results. Your why is what fuels you when obstacles arise, when doubt creeps in, when things don't go as planned. If your reason is strong enough, nothing will stop you. If it's weak, every little challenge will feel like a reason to quit. That's why the most successful people in the world don't just have goals, they have obsessions. They have a purpose that drives them beyond comfort, beyond fear, beyond failure. And clarity isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you create. It requires deep reflection, asking yourself the tough questions. What do I really want? What am I willing to commit to? What price am I willing to pay? Because everything has a price. Success, health, wealth, relationships. If you're not clear on what you want, you'll pay the price for something you never really desired in the first place. But when you have clarity, you become unstoppable. You move with purpose, take decisive action, and shape your own destiny instead of being shaped by circumstances. People love to dream. They sit around thinking about the life they want, the money they want to make, the body they want to have, the relationships they wish existed. They talk about it, fantasize about it, and even plan for it. But dreaming is not enough. Wishing for something does not make it real. The only thing that bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be is action. Massive, relentless, intelligent action. Most people fail not because they lack potential, intelligence, or opportunity, but because they don't take enough action. They hesitate, waiting for the perfect moment, the right circumstances, or some external sign that it's time to start. But success doesn't wait for permission. It rewards those who take action despite fear, despite uncertainty, despite imperfection. There is no perfect moment. The people who win in life are the ones who stop thinking about doing something and just do it. They make mistakes, they adjust, they learn, but most importantly, they keep moving. Massive action is about intensity, consistency, and adaptation. It's not about trying once and giving up when it gets hard. It's about going all in, failing, adjusting, and going again, over and over until the result is achieved. The problem with most people is they take timid action, they dip their toes in, and when they don't see immediate results, they retreat. They say, I tried. But trying is not enough. Trying implies an option for failure. Those who succeed don't try to win. They commit fully, they immerse themselves, and they refuse to quit. Think about the people who have changed the world, great athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, and leaders. They did not just work hard, they worked obsessively. Michael Jordan didn't shoot a few baskets and call it a day, he shot thousands. Elon Musk didn't just work a 9-to-5 on his businesses, he poured every ounce of himself into them. The difference between ordinary results and extraordinary success is the level of action taken. Taking massive action doesn't mean acting without thought. It means acting with purpose, evaluating progress, and adjusting where necessary. It means doing more than what is expected, pushing beyond comfort, and refusing to let setbacks define the outcome. Every failure is simply feedback, a lesson in what works and what doesn't. The only way to truly fail is to stop taking action. When people complain that they're not getting the results they want, the answer is almost always the same. They're not taking enough action, they're waiting, hesitating, or giving in to excuses. But there's a universal truth: those who take more action get more results. The ones who succeed aren't necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They're the ones who do the most. They put in the effort, take the risks, and refuse to quit until they win. The question is not whether success is possible. The question is whether you're willing to take the level of action required to make it inevitable. Your state, your emotional and physical condition at any given moment determines everything. It shapes your thoughts, your decisions, your actions, and ultimately your results. Most people believe that success, motivation, or confidence come from external circumstances, but the truth is they come from within. The way you feel in any given moment controls how you show up in life. If you're in a weak, fearful, or uncertain state, you'll hesitate, second-guess yourself, and play small. But if you're in a powerful, confident, and determined state, you'll take bold action, push through challenges, and create the results you want. Most people go through life reacting to their environment. If things go well, they feel good. If things go wrong, they feel bad. They live in a cycle of emotional dependency, waiting for something outside of them to dictate how they feel. But the people who achieve extraordinary results don't wait for the right mood or the right situation to take action. They create their own state, regardless of circumstances. They know how to shift from fear to confidence, from doubt to certainty, from hesitation to action in an instant. The secret is understanding that state is a combination of three things: physiology, focus, and language. Physiology is the way you use your body. Motion creates emotion. If you stand tall, breathe deeply, and move with energy, your state shifts immediately. You can't feel weak and uncertain if you're standing like a champion. The way you carry yourself, your posture, your breathing, your movement send signals to your brain that influence your emotions. Change your body, and you change your state. Focus is the second key. Whatever you focus on, you feel. If you focus on everything that could go wrong, you'll feel fear. If you focus on past failures, you'll feel doubt. But if you focus on your strengths, your possibilities, and your goals, you'll feel empowered. Your mind is like a camera, and you get to decide what lens you use. Successful people train their minds to focus on what moves them forward rather than what holds them back. They don't dwell on problems, they focus on solutions. The third key is language. The words you use to describe your experiences. Words have power. If you tell yourself, "I'm exhausted, I'm stuck, I'm not good enough," your brain believes it and makes it real. But if you say, "I'm unstoppable, I'm figuring it out, I always find a way," you shift your entire state. The words you choose don't just describe your reality, they shape it. The ability to control your state is the ultimate advantage. When you master this skill, you don't wait for motivation, you generate it. You don't wait for confidence, you create it. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle isn't talent or luck. It's the ability to shift into a peak state on command. Because when you control your state, you control your actions. And when you control your actions, you control your destiny. Everything you do in life is driven by two forces: pain and pleasure. These are the ultimate motivators behind every decision, every action, and every habit you've ever formed. Whether you realize it or not, every choice you make is an attempt to either avoid pain or gain pleasure. The problem is, most people let these forces control them unconsciously rather than using them to their advantage. But the moment you understand how to leverage pain and pleasure, you gain the power to reshape your life on your terms. Most people do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. This is why they procrastinate, why they stay in unfulfilling jobs, why they hold on to toxic relationships, and why they settle for less than they deserve. Their brains associate more pain with change than with staying the same. Even if they know they need to take action, they hesitate because deep down, they link massive discomfort to the process. But the truth is, pain is not the enemy. Pain is the greatest catalyst for transformation if you use it wisely. The key is to shift the way you perceive pain. Instead of fearing it, amplify it. Associate unbearable pain with staying where you are. If you're not taking action toward your goals, ask yourself, what will my life look like in 5 years if I don't change? How will I feel if I keep making excuses? What will it cost me in my health, my relationships, my happiness? Feel that pain so intensely that staying the same is no longer an option. This is how you rewire your brain to move forward. At the same time, you must condition yourself to associate massive pleasure with taking action. Most people hesitate to change because they focus on the struggle, the sacrifice, and the uncertainty. But what if you linked excitement, growth, and fulfillment to the process instead? What if you focused on how incredible it will feel to achieve your goals, to be in peak physical shape, to wake up every day with purpose? The more vividly you connect with that pleasure, the more naturally you'll move toward it. The most successful people in the world are masters at using pain and pleasure to their advantage. They don't wait for pain to force them into action. They create the contrast themselves. They see the unbearable cost of inaction and the incredible rewards of commitment so clearly that change becomes automatic. This is why they push through discomfort, take risks, and stay disciplined long after motivation fades. They are not controlled by pain and pleasure, they control it. When you consciously rewire your mind to link pain to inaction and pleasure to progress, you take back your power. You stop hesitating, you stop self-sabotaging, you stop settling. Because once your brain believes that the pain of staying the same is far greater than the pain of change, you will do whatever it takes to move forward, no matter what. Success belongs to those who commit fully, those who refuse to negotiate with their goals. The moment you give yourself an out, the moment you allow excuses, hesitation, or doubt to creep in, you weaken your position. The most powerful decision you can make is to go all in, to burn the boats, and to remove failure as an option. Because when your commitment is absolute, your results become inevitable. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they allow themselves too many excuses. They start with a goal, but the moment things get tough, they renegotiate. They say, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe now isn't the right time. Or maybe I'll try something easier. They give themselves permission to quit, to lower their standards, to settle for less. But those who achieve greatness operate differently. They don't entertain maybes. They don't adjust their goals to fit their comfort zone. They adjust their actions to fit their goals. There's a level of commitment where success is no longer a possibility, it becomes a requirement. Think about a time when you had no choice but to succeed. Maybe it was a deadline, a responsibility, or a personal challenge where failure simply wasn't an option. You found a way no matter what. That's the level of commitment it takes to achieve anything extraordinary, because when you refuse to negotiate, your brain stops looking for ways out and starts looking for ways forward. People who win in life don't wait until they feel like it. They don't let emotions dictate their actions. They train themselves to take action regardless of how they feel. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who struggle. Champions don't wake up every day excited to train, but they do it anyway. Entrepreneurs don't always feel inspired, but they show up and put in the work. They operate from a standard, not from their mood. One of the biggest mistakes people make is treating their goals as negotiable while treating their excuses as non-negotiable. They say they want success, but when challenges arise, they negotiate their way out of it. I'm too tired. I don't have time. It's too hard. But what if those excuses became the things you refused to accept? What if you made quitting non-negotiable? What if you treated your goals with the same level of commitment as breathing? You don't wake up and ask yourself if you feel like breathing today. You just do it. That's the level of certainty and commitment it takes to create massive success. The moment you remove the option to fail, you find a way to win. You become resourceful. You develop resilience. You push past obstacles that would have stopped you before. Every great achievement in history was made by people who refused to quit, who refused to negotiate, who decided that their goal was a must, not a maybe. When you make that kind of decision, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable.